Out of Libya's chaos, a ghost has returned. Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, once heir to a 4-decade dictatorship, steps back into the light, not as a conqueror, but as a strategist. After his 2011 capture and vanishing from the world stage, he became a myth, his fate a riddle in post-revolutionary Libya. Now, his reappearance shakes the fragile balance of a nation exhausted by conflict. For some, he's a terrifying echo of the past. For others, a potential unifier who could restore stability. His return is a gamble on the desperation of a people who have lost everything. The question, is he a reformed leader ready to heal, or a prince seeking to reclaim his father's throne at any cost? As Saif steps from the shadows, Libya faces a reckoning, not just for itself, but for the world that helped break it. The next chapter of Libya's story is about to be written, and its author could be the ghost of its past. To understand Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, you must know the man he was. Once the Western-educated face of reform, he brokered deals and promised democracy, but in 2011, as protests erupted, the reformer vanished, replaced by a hardliner defending his father's brutal crackdown. The ICC charged him with crimes against humanity. His fall was swift. Captured, sentenced to death, then shielded by his captors, he disappeared. His existence reduced to rumor and an active arrest warrant. Years in the shadows hardened him. Today, he moves between safe houses, protected by loyal tribes, rebuilding his network. He's forged alliances with tribal elders and military commanders disillusioned by chaos. No longer a youthful reformer or desperate fugitive, Saif is now a seasoned survivor, intimately familiar with Libya's fractured landscape. He's returned, not as a symbol, but as a player, ready to test if his legacy can still command a nation. Libya today is a fractured land, 2 rival governments, countless militias, and foreign powers vying for influence. The dream of unity has dissolved into endless division and strife. Oil, once a blessing, is now a curse, its wealth fueling conflict, not prosperity. Ordinary Libyans face daily hardship power outages, inflation, and collapsing services. A generation has grown up knowing only war and broken promises, longing for order. Militias rule their territories, making true peace elusive. Foreign interference, Turkey, Russia, Egypt, UAE, deepens the chaos. Amid this, nostalgia for the Gaddafi era grows. Some remember stability, however oppressive. Saif al-Islam bets that exhaustion and longing for order outweigh fear of his family's name. In a nation desperate for hope, even a ghost can become a contender. Saif's comeback isn't just nostalgia, it's a calculated pitch for unity. He promises to bridge Libya's east-west divide, end cycles of revenge, and expel foreign forces. His message, reclaim Libya for Libyans, restore sovereignty, and rebuild the oil sector for the people. He pledges security, prosperity, and a return to functioning services. Saif calls for reconciliation and amnesty, offering a place for all tribes and factions. Critics see self-interest, but many here hope for an end to endless war. His vision, unity born from exhaustion, a promise to end conflict by declaring it over. For a weary nation, even imperfect peace is tempting. As Saif gained traction, he dropped a bombshell, implicating former French President Sarkozy in illegal campaign funding. He claimed to have overseen cash payments, painting a vivid picture of suitcases stuffed with euros. The timing was no accident. Sarkozy, architect of the 2011 NATO intervention, was on trial. Saif's revelation was both revenge and a calculated move to expose Western hypocrisy. He alleged recent offers from Sarkozy's associates, silence in exchange for help with his ICC warrant, and his brother's release. Saif claimed he refused, casting himself as a principled nationalist resisting Western pressure. The announcement rocked diplomatic circles and captivated Libyans. Saif weaponized scandal to discredit his enemies and burnish his own image. Sarkozy's camp denied the claims, but the damage was done. Saif proved he's not just a relic, he's a ruthless operator, and the world wonders what secrets he'll reveal next. Saif's return has upended international diplomacy. Western nations, bound by the ICC warrant, remain publicly cautious, yet some quietly consider new options for stability. Many African nations, loyal to the Gaddafi legacy, see Saif as a potential strongman who could restore order. Middle Eastern powers like Egypt and the UAE, frustrated with their current proxies, are hedging bets, opening secret channels to Saif. Even Turkey, once a staunch opponent, has reportedly held talks with his envoys. Russia, ever pragmatic, stands ready to work with whoever emerges on top. The world is fractured, the West paralyzed by principle, Africa by pragmatism, and the region by self-interest. In this diplomatic vacuum, Saif expertly maneuvers, exploiting every opening. Libya's fate is now a global chessboard, and Saif is back in play. On Libya's streets, Saif's name divides the nation. Older Libyans recall both the oppression and the stability of the Gaddafi era. Some see his return as a chance to restore order. The young, shaped by revolution and war, view him as a symbol of tyranny and lost futures. Tribal loyalties further complicate the picture. Some see Saif as a unifier, others as a threat. In Misrata and Benghazi, opposition is fierce. In the south and west, support is strong. Most Libyans, however, are simply exhausted. They crave electricity, safety, and normalcy, not ideology. Cynical about all leaders, they'll judge Saif by results, not promises. Their support is conditional, pragmatic, and decisive. The exhausted middle ground will determine if Saif's gamble succeeds. In Libya, the people's verdict is still unwritten. Libya's future with Saif at the center could take many forms. First, a negotiated unity government, with Saif as kingmaker, brokering peace from behind the scenes. Second, a Gaddafi restoration via elections. If he wins, the world must choose between democracy and justice. Third, renewed civil war, as his return sparks violent resistance and foreign powers double down. Fourth, a prolonged stalemate, with Saif ruling a fiefdom but unable to unite the nation. Fifth, a secret pact with General Haftar, merging forces to impose a harsh stability. Each path is fraught with risk and compromise. Secret deals and shifting alliances shape every possibility. The stakes: peace, war, or endless division. Libya stands at a crossroads, its future uncertain. The choices made now will echo for generations. In the desert of possibilities, every path is perilous. The real game is played in the shadows. Saif's envoys crisscross Libya and beyond, forging alliances with tribal leaders, military officers, and even former enemies. These are not campaigns for hearts and minds, but cold negotiations for power and control. He's promising positions, resources, and amnesty, rebuilding the patronage network that once kept his father in power. Foreign powers are quietly courted with offers of oil, contracts, and counter-terrorism cooperation. Even Turkey, once an adversary, is now a potential partner. Is Saif forging a genuine consensus to save Libya, or is this the last gambit of a fallen prince obsessed with reclaiming his birthright? As secret deals unfold, one thing is certain: Libya's fate hangs in the balance.